Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Homestead. Thank you for joining us today. Today we are upstairs in the loft, and as you can see behind me, we have some of these bricks. And what I'm going to be working on today is I'm going to make a hearth pad for the wood stove. And now what a hearth pad is, it's just a non-combustible surface for a wood stove to sit on. You see these in people's houses, whether it's brick or tile. They even make a glass one that I've seen. So there's all sorts of styles. This is just going to be brick. I'm going to build this kind of like a paver patio. So I'm going to use these bricks, and then I'm going to sand in the edges to fill the gaps up and kind of lock everything together. And that's going to be my non-combustible surface. And then on the wall here, we're just going to use some of this corrugated tin that we have left over from the build. I'm going to turn a 2x6 on edge. So that's going to pick me up 5.5 inches. Plus the paver is 2 3/8 inch, and then 3/4 inch for the plywood. So that's going to put us at like 8 5/8 of an inch. So it's going to be kind of a focal point of the room. You know, this is going to be raised up 8 inches with the big wood stove sitting on it. So it's going to be a really cool spot as you come up the stairs. You know, you're going to turn and you're going to see this, you know, right in the room. So we want to make it look pretty nice. As you can see, I got 2 different colors of brick down here. I'm going to do some sort of pattern. I don't know what kind of pattern yet, but I'm going to try to incorporate some sort of pattern. If not, do a nice border around the thing. So let's see what kind of fun we can have. All right, guys, so we finally came up with some sort of pattern that we kind of both agree on and we both like. We tried a few different options. I think the camera ended up dying in between there, but we maybe had 3 or 4 different options in there, and each one was just like a little bit different, and we ended up going with this where it's like just a standard border around the pavers. And I think it'll look nice. It'll like go with a lot of different, you know, room ideas or...
Yeah, we want it to be a little more simple so that it would just kind of pull together the whole aesthetic of our room that we're going to be having here pretty soon.
Yeah, rustic.
So, yeah, rustic, just kind of, yeah, simple, and we're going to play off that.
Yeah.
It'll kind of be the focal point of the living room. So.
Right. Not super expensive to build. Totally functional. It's going to look nice.
It's going to look great.
All 3.
We're excited.
Bing, bang, boom.
Yeah, those are the 3 most important elements, right?
Right. Cool. Let's do it.
As you can see, we've started to line out where we're going to be cutting so that all the red bricks can fit around the border like this. So we've got to come through, cut where these lines are, get these little pieces out of there so that it all matches up and looks good.
The cuts are done.
Cuts are done. Yep.
Yeah.
Everything lines up. Everything matches.
Yep.
We just gotta get it glued down.
Test fit
You know.
A. Yeah. Let's make sure.
All right, so we have the red bricks here all glued down, but we feel pretty comfortable as they're drying. We're gonna go ahead and move on with the next step, which is we're taking the sheet of plywood here and we're gonna cut it because we need an extra 3/4 of an inch in order for these bricks to be flush here. It's gonna line the whole outer edge of the hearth here. As you can see, these bricks are all gonna line up. We just need that extra 3/4 of an inch to make it flush. And then we're gonna take probably a nice little trim piece around the bottom to cover it up, make it look nice. All right, everybody. So now that everything is dry, we are gonna go through and begin grouting the edge pieces, right? All along the side. So
Let's do it.
let's do it.
So now that the grout is all mostly dry, or at least the bricks are dry, we're gonna pour this poly sand all in here. In a perfect world, these gaps would have been a lot bigger, but these bricks didn't come with the little edgers, and I didn't put spacers in them, so the lines are gonna be a little tight, but we're gonna get as much sand in here as possible, and then we'll wet the sand down to lock it all together. We got this whole thing all wet down and we're just doing the final cleanup. All we did was take these rags here, just take it out and just kind of drip water over the whole thing and just make sure that all the bricks are saturated and that all the sand is saturated. You don't want to get it too wet. If you see the sand starting to turn like a milky white color, you got too much in there, and lay off, and you might have to come back and even wire brush that thing down after it's dry. But once this water dries, this thing should be totally locked in, and yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. So that completes the build of our hearth fireplace, other than the 4 little cuts that we have to get, but we're out of bricks. So
yeah, gonna run in town, get more, and then finish that up.
Yeah, but if you haven't already, please like and subscribe down below, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Yeah, thank you.